Hey, what's going on you guys? This video will be about the KBD67 V3 aluminum keyboard. This keyboard has been out for quite a while now, but it's my first time building it, so I'll be giving it my thoughts as well as how I made it better using liquid silicone and the tape mod. Now, I have made a video about the KBD67 Lite R2, so the process is very much the same, except this case is aluminum instead of ABS plastic. This keyboard is also going to be an upgrade for a fellow creator who goes by the name of Liquid House. Now, if you are a PC enthusiast like myself, then you might know who he is. He's done a lot of really cool builds that are posted on social media, and right now he's currently using a pre-built keyboard, the Ducky One SF, and I'll pretty much be guiding him into the crazy world of custom mechanical keyboards. Let's dive in. The Ducky One SF he's using is pre-built with Kale box white switches, which are very clicky. And I'm going to show you guys a quick sound test before we talk about the upgraded KBD67 V3, which will be the focus. For those who are new into custom keyboards, generally speaking, clicky switches are the least favorite types of switches, and it accounts for a very small portion of users, so this should be a pretty significant change. As for the KBD67 V3 kit, I purchased it from Divinity because they are just 4 hours away from where I live, so delivery is quick. We went with a black case and the anodizing is done pretty well all around. The only thing missing was the brass weight bar that would sit in the bottom case, but unfortunately, these were sold out everywhere. The first thing I do in almost every keyboard build is apply the rubber feet. And disassembling the top and bottom case is pretty straightforward, as it's only held together with 8 small hex screws that can be accessed from the bottom case. I went with the white and gold FR4 plate, and this is absolutely beautiful, as I've always only worked with a black and gold FR4 plate. But the main reason why I went with a white one this time is because the KBD67 V3 PCB has RGB support, so a white plate would better serve enhancing the illumination from the south-facing LEDs. The FR4 plate is made by Breadworks for the KBD67 Lite and comes in a few different colors like red and blue, but is also compatible for the V3 aluminum. As much as I would love to work with red and blue FR4 plates, I felt that they would have a tinting effect on the LEDs when reflecting off of their colored surfaces. For example, setting RGB to full white might make it seem slightly red from reflecting off of a red plate and slightly blue from a blue plate. Solder and hot swap options are available for the V3 PCB, and we went with hot swap because this is much easier to experiment with different switches for custom keyboard beginners. The switches we went with were my personal set of NK creams that I've had some weeks to break into so they don't exhibit as much of their notorious scratchiness that enthusiasts always talk about, and I've also looped them with Krytox 205 Grade 0 to add more smoothness. As for the stabilizers, I went with the smoky black transparent Durock V2s that are looped with 205 Grade 0 in the housing inserts and BDZ grease for the wires. The PCB is also Band-Aid modded to help reduce any sort of unwanted rattling that might occur. There are also some standoffs to install onto the PCB that helps assembling and stacking the plate and silicone dampening layer in place for extra stability. The KBD67 V3 is actually pretty hollow and pingy to begin with, and even more so without the brass weight since there will be more void space on the inside. So my solution was to fill a good portion of the bottom case with liquid silicone that took me 2 attempts to get just the right thickness. I also used masking tape to guard the screw holes for the brass weight so silicone does not leak into and get stuck in it. And I also guarded the USB-C port in the top left corner with some thicker foam tape so it doesn't leak out. Additionally, I also used 2 layers of tape mod to help enhance the sound of the switches. Not only that, I also discovered that the tape mod itself helps reduce the hollowness of the KBD67 V3 quite a bit as well. Choice of keycaps for testing purposes is GMK Hammerhead. Here are the sound tests with some different configurations. Final thoughts. Pre-built keyboards like the Ducky versus something like an entry-level KBD67 are not even in the same league, so the difference in terms of using is going to be quite drastic, and let alone the different switches going from a clicky Kale box white switches into the NK creams. I don't know what the typing angle for Ducky One 2 SF is, as they don't have that information posted on their website, but it looks pretty close to the KBD67 V3 at around 6 degrees, at least from the base angle since the Ducky is adjustable with their flip out feet. And the final weight of the keyboard comes out to about 1.1 kilos, which is just under 2.5 pounds if anyone cares. My first time using liquid silicone here turned out much better than I thought and is really easy to work with, and the tape mod also helps tremendously with better sound. Now, should the brass weight for the KBD67 V3 ever become available again, John has the option to take out the silicone layer I made and replace it based on his own preference. I also don't know what keycaps he wants to use with this keyboard when I deliver it, so I'm going to leave that part completely up to him. Now, just curious, if you have not tried custom keyboards yet and you're watching this, did this video make you want to jump into custom keyboards or at least try it? If so, let me know down in the comments below. And if you have found a custom keyboard that you like, let me know what it is as well. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.